Before we begin, can I ask you something? Who taught you how to survive? And who taught you how to feel? My grandmother's hands never stopped moving, stirring, folding, scrubbing, praying. And she didn't call it survival. She just called it a Tuesday. There's weight Black women carry that didn't start with us. It was handed down quietly, carefully through women who had no choice but to be unbreakable. And somewhere between then and now, we forgot that strength was supposed to be temporary. And she kept going. They lived in a world that demanded their silence and mistook it for peace. Segregation, Jim Crow, back doors, and yes ma'ams. They built dignity out of restraint. They ironed their dresses until the creases were sharp enough to cut. They kept their spines straight, their faces still, because crying didn't change the law. And anger got you. The church became the only place she could exhale. Sunday morning, that's when her shoulders finally dropped. That's when God held what she couldn't say out loud. She swallowed her stories and taught her daughter to do the same. But silence doesn't stay silent forever, especially when it has daughters watching. We learned it from her. They were the first to walk through doors their mothers swept, the first to insist softly, "I belong here." But belonging had conditions. Be twice as qualified, speak half as loud, smile through microaggressions, swallow the rage like communion wine. And you've seen this woman as well, the one who shrinks herself just to stay safe. She mastered respectability, hair pressed, tone measured, emotions invisible, because showing anger meant proving them right. She became what her mother prayed for: educated, employed, independent. She also became exhausted, because the women who break barriers rarely get to break down. But when a woman carries perfection like a shield, her daughter learns to carry the same sword. But no one asked if she was tired. By the time Gen X arrived, the strong Black woman wasn't just an expectation. It was an identity, a badge, a burden, a birthright. She was told she could have it all: career, family, independence. But no one mentioned she'd have to carry it all alone. She became a master of function, the woman everyone leaned on, but no one looked into. And you've known the quiet drowning, the kind that looks like strength from the outside. When her body screamed for rest, she turned the volume down and kept going. She didn't name burnout. She didn't name depression. Didn't say, "I'm drowning." because strong women don't drown. They swim, even when the water is rising. When her daughter whispered, "Mom, are you okay?" she answered the way her mother had. "I'm fine. I always am." And I know you've heard that before, maybe even said it yourself. She never cried, but her daughter heard every crack. Until now. Then came the generation that said, "Wait, why are we doing this?" Millennials were the first to name it. Generational trauma, emotional labor, the myth of the strong Black woman. What was the first wound you ever learned to name? They went to therapy. They read Audre Lorde and bell hooks, posted boundaries on Instagram. They said, "I'm not fine," out loud for the first time. It felt like freedom and like failing. Every woman I know has had a moment where awareness felt heavier than silence. They realized survival isn't the same as living. They named that wound, but couldn't stop bleeding. And that's when the next generation whispered, "Something has to change." We are learning to put it down. And now we're here, the generation reclaiming softness, not because we're weak, but because we're done being strong for everyone but ourselves. We're reclaiming what our grandmothers never could, the right to feel. Do you feel this shift in your own life? The quiet desire to breathe again? It is hard though. Healing never looks like being strong. It looks like crying in therapy, setting boundaries, saying no without explanation, choosing yourself even when it disappoints people. And yet, we're doing it because we finally understand we're not here to carry what broke them. We're here to put it down. And now, the story shifts because we are not the women who carry it. We are the women who put it down. Every generation of Black women did what they had to do to survive. Our great-grandmothers endured. Our grandmothers persevered. Our mothers held it together. And now we get to heal. Which of these women raised you? And which woman are you now becoming? Maybe healing is the part they prayed we'd live to see. Maybe we were their answered prayer. Women who could feel, who could rest, and still be worthy.